Sorry about that. Ran out of room. So I already uploaded the first part. Put the zodiacal killers on the end of that. And we're continuing this reading. In the meantime, I just quickly pulled 2 cards or 3 for each of the placements and see what our reminders are. So under Diana, the Lady of the Wilderness, we're given this weird representation of the 8 of Swords. The maiden who's tied up, but she's tied up and all them swords belong to her. And she blindfolded herself so she can't be at fault. And she's got all the weapons there and tie herself up so that everyone could be free. This is the Divine Feminine. This is love. She's tied with the lovers. The lovers give everything and are always this blind mofo and sacrificing it all. And you can free yourself at any time with fear. You can run away. Or fear could run you into it. Either way, that's Diana. Under Teresa of Avila, today we have knowing these seeds are planted, but they're also beautiful. Why pick something from the garden? Why not let the beauty be with the strength to reap and sow, and know that each of us is consuming oneself and all others in balance. Teresa of Avila. Under our Shallow Master, we're given the Fool. Yeah. Who's going to spend all that time alone beating one's own ass to be the toughest motherfucker and not want to fight? That's a weird position. Tied with the perfect position of it, the King of Cups. The end all be all. Everybody wants it. But that's the weird thing about the mind. If you've seen something, there's no reason to be jealous of somebody else having it. You can close your eyes and imagine it right next to you. If you can see it in your mind next to you, then you got it too. So that's important with the Fool, to know that you're always enough. Fight the good fight. Under the Lady, we're given is 5 of Swords, which reminds me of the apple that's cut open and revealing the seeds inside, the life and death in nature, and balancing that with the X, adding up to 15 here. So it's also still got a 5 in it. Of Wands. See, he's got the swords, even extra ones. Everyone's walking away. They're like, we ain't gonna fight. We don't want to lose what we got. And each of us is holding this whole bundle, the fasci of Nazism, where we can cut ourselves free in one cut. We can kill everybody in one cut by slitting our own throat. You don't even need to put it on camera. Just taking your own life. What's that quote? Every man's death diminishes me. So why would a man kill another man? It doesn't make him greater. It's like the Highlander, only in reverse. Every life you take, now you got that burden on your shoulders. Now you got to carry that person's family. And that person's family ain't going to want to see you ever. And you can never bring that person back. Nobody knows what they were going to accomplish. At the same time, how did fate set that up? It's so cruel. And so, forgiveness and love have to prevail. But forgiveness and love look a lot like war within. That's the World War Me that everyone has to take upon themselves as the spiritual revolution is taking place, whether anyone likes it or not. We're in the era of walk on water. What water? This is Earth. We're establishing it. It's never been found dead yet. Newt gives us this kind of celebration, this sharing in flowers in the courtyard or whatever of the Six of Cups. That we're always in the abundance, but we're always giving it away. But the surroundings, the environment, is giving us the pleasantry of it at the same time as it's detracting from our love. And whether we're poor in a cardboard box on the street or we're in a mansion, it's this Queen of Cups. A reminder that the earth and all other things are spirits in control at the same time as the mind is the most powerful thing and the only thing that can work it together. And so holding on to our principles and ideals, even when we're going against them, and knowing that that shit has to work itself out. The balance of love in the universe. You have to hold it back at the same time as that only floods everyone else. And when we give it, finally, it takes the pressure off everyone else. And we're dead on the spot. Both people are. Like, oh, good, that's over. Now we can watch them. And we can do whatever we want. No, it's all connected. I wanted to bring up how everyone's insecure about things. And it shows in the temporary and in the long term, the healing process. So when I was a child, because of just how it is, I had this terrible habit of biting my fingernails all the time. Because spirit didn't have anywhere I couldn't speak. Not that I couldn't, but I was held back from, told not to talk. And so I got trapped inside. Then when I was in my early 20s, 20, 21, I was studying, well, since I'd been taking speed. It was mostly Adderall, but sometimes it was this harder stuff, which harder is easy, and easy is harder. Figure that one out. It rewrites your brain because you're in fight or flight mode. So whatever you focus on, it tells you exactly what you need, what you want, at the same time as you exactly got that thing. And so, like, you want to hold on to what's important to you because it's going to fire that shit. It's going to hardwire it in and nobody's going to be able to bust that out. And so I was like, I'd like to quit chewing my fingernails. So like I took tape and bandaged up my fingers and stayed up for a few days and overcame chewing my fingernails when I think it was 23 maybe. And then for the most part, I didn't bite my nails ever unless, weirdly enough, as a reverse curse, when I was spun, it goes through the first half where my spirit's floating away, but I'm coming into the body, but I'm gone as hell. And then there's this midnight spot where all of a sudden it flips back, and then all these ideas are flushing, and then all of a sudden, like, I haven't had a cigarette in 24 hours maybe. I've been just like, wherever we're going, but it's going nowhere. We're probably downloading every every naked body in the entire universe, and we didn't even touch ourselves. Everyone's got, what's the secret, you know? It's the truth of the matter. And so it's all body, no body, all mind, no mind, all collection. We're giving everything away, and we got nothing. To boom, now it's in reverse, and now it's just, and the body's all of a sudden like, hey, I'm pure, I'm empty, I'm clean, I'm all of whatever you took. Now you're putting nicotine in here and smoke. What the fuck? So now all of a sudden the body's trying to rip itself apart from the inside. And so then all of a sudden I'm like, I can't contain it. And since, well, I finished that cycle a couple weeks ago, I chewed down every single nail except for my thumbs. So that's good. Reminds me of Sabrina Carpenter song. And so they're growing back. So excuse my fingernails. Yeah, they used to look like this all the time, where they're chewed halfway past the underneath cuticle. But I'm not ashamed of it anymore. I was so ashamed as a teenager. I get a girlfriend, and I always hide my nails. But they'll be back in a week or two. I'm out of biotin. If you need your hair or your nails to grow, get a bottle of biotin. It's only $5. But if you're gonna take the high potency stuff that's like 6,667% of daily value, which you only get biotin through plants, really. Meat doesn't really give you any. And it restores the outer layer of skin, your hair, and your nails fast. But if you take it too quickly, then you'll start getting like calluses on your feet and stuff like that, and your skin will get ahead of everything else because, well, your nails and your hair, they're dead anyway, and so they'll grow over like a mother, but then your skin can't keep up. It can't flake off fast enough. So that's a good way to grow your hair out. Like if you know you need a haircut and it's going to be a week or two out, start taking that stuff, and you'll get an extra inch on your hair almost within 2 weeks taking that. And then when you get cut, like you'll have more fuller hair, and it makes it grow thicker too. Your nails and your hair will be thicker. That's what's in prenatals. So you don't have to take all those other vitamins and prenatals, just biotin. So there's the insecurities. Then over here under Ta, of course, we got the Hierophant. He's like the emperor, like the Pope. He's the emperor and the Pope combined. He rules everything. He's the Prince of Peace. He's like the Pharaoh in his tomb. Or like going into the temple and there's this giant 150-foot Zeus sitting in his chair. Like, wow, that's an awesome power, but it's a good thing that he's not real, right? Kind of thing. And it just transmits something to you. Like, it's a bad mofo, but it's just rock where you just like crush him. At the same time as, fuck, if I had a chisel or even a bulldozer, I don't know if I can knock this thing over. It's a bad mofo. Tied with this caduceus, this healing, and the sharing of the cups. Comes together as a 7. That holy number. Then under the 3 cards, the Pillar of Light, Imrama, and Protection, we have the 3 of Wands. See, we had the Pillar of Light was the first one. And here, on the other side of the mirror, from it, as if these 2 images go together. See? This is where he's looking. He's out in space on fucking Pluto. But he's looking away from the planets, out into the cosmos. He's the end-all, be-all. But then behind him, and in front of him, is this concept of the pillar of light. That's what he's looking towards. That's where he's coming from. That's where he's at. We've got Imrama tied to his Four of Cups. Yeah, who am I? And he goes through the journey of, he drank all this wine to the point where he's like, oh, fuck, I can't even see that cup. Who the hell's bringing it to me? It's a fig tree. I didn't even know I was sitting under a tree. I'm fucking wasted. Am I in heaven? Am I in hell? Am I in meditation? Oh no, this is the place where Buddha woke up. And here we have this castle in the waters, and here he is in the other world, in his mind. This is where he's at, in balance. And this cup here, that represents the castle, and the tree also represents the castle. These three cups, this is all that's between them, but he's consumed it, and it's consuming him. Tied to perfect balance to this. We got the Three of Swords with how I was saying about protection, how you don't need it. It needs you. It does it by itself. With the Three of Hearts. Every heart's got three swords in it. Whether you're in love, whether you're intoxicated, whether you're in peace, and this protection go together. So see, these ladies are dancing around the dead heart, and the eclipse is happening. And one is guided into that place of the Four of Cups, from the Three of Wands, to knowing that everyone is at the right place at the right time. 1717. I pulled three other cards on the outside, separate from here. One, the other, one, the other. Oh no, I did a couple, and I did three, and one. It came up all mixed. So I told you that I straightened all the cards out. But one card, in particular, came out upside down, slipped past me. It's one that came up the other day, and because it was upside down, and even the book showed, there's no word for this in reverse. There's Two of Pentacles. He's juggling. He's got it all in order. He's a master. But what's he juggling for? And he's dancing at the same time. Shit. But if you just put that shit in his backpack and walk, yeah, but then it looks like he's got nothing. It's this juggling act. Oh, look. Two is one. The Gemini united. You can't make a mistake. Everything else is juggling itself. The ground's juggling itself. Justice is. Who's juggling shit? That's challenging to understand. Together they make the number 13. And behind that is all this abundance in the garden. Number 9. That's 22, babe. In 1909. With this lady, it looks like, in the garden, with a bird on her hand. The garden's so abundant. The bird on her hand has got her attention. And it's so happy. It's going to land on her because of all the things in the yard, the tallest thing, like the tree or, or the plant it wants to eat off of or whatever. It's like, this person's the thing that doesn't belong. And they belong perfectly. And she is out of her mind. her mind is all around her, and there's only abundance. And she's just staring at the bird, looking at all the little colors and every little feather and the details and the bird's mouth when it talks. And the bird is doing what birds do, transmitting magic. I don't know. 2020. The final 3 cards. Seems kind of foreboding, but this is where everyone has to hold. This is where the me as a mind, has to know what's selfish and what gives anyone a right to do something. At the same time as I'll have a right. Everyone's a me. You gotta hold that shit. And it holds itself. It stands on its own business. In strength. Without having to force. This King of Swords. Swords is mind. Mind is all there is. What's matter? Matter created the body. Matter is the body. The mind is the extra thing. Is the baby that was freed from the matter to wake up and go, oh my God, I'm the only animal out here. I'm the only human out here. I'm the only God out here. Oh my God, I'm trapped inside a body and everything else is eating me. Ah! Oh, wait. Okay, gotta control my mind. Control my mind. All is one. All is one. With the Hermit. And what I was saying about the fear of the mind being trapped in the body and having to understand one's own place in the universe. Balances these 3 things, these 3 aspects. The Hermit, number 9, IX. But the 9 of Swords is also IX. The 2 aspects of the mind. This is like the feminine aspect. But no, this is the masculine aspect. No, this is like the feminine aspect. No, this is the masculine aspect. With the King of Swords, with all the swords hanging over your head, but all those swords are the ones that of your ancestors, all hanging on the wall, and you're looking at yourself like a war veteran. You got all these fucking medals and shit, and that just says, oh, look how many fucking bodies are under me. Holy shit, 100,000 people are dead, and I got some fucking My Little Pony stickers. Man, is this good or is this bad? Pride is important and difficult to place where it belongs and how to use it. 2323. So let's continue by pulling a couple more cards. Ooh. Hey, babe. Sagittarius, I see. 21. There's that Archer again. This started coming up a lot. That's you. I see you. Spirit looks everywhere. I don't know. Who isn't a stalker and a voyeur? Especially if they're spiritual. Shit, you ain't even got to go out your house. You just start listening to shit, and then the walls start bending, and you see the future and the past, and you meditate and maybe see what somebody's doing inside their house 5 years ago, or maybe they're doing it right now. But how can you place that, and how can you prove it? 2424. I see. Yeah, but if you've seen it, oh man, that's on you, huh? Tied to the Grand Cross, the Provoker. Number 47. $24.51. Give us something loving to go with that. I see. Oh, I'm the devil. Yeah, that's what everyone has to look at in the mirror. Oh, I see. I have Christ in me. Yep. What are you gonna do about that? I see. I'm innocent. Mm-hmm. Well, if you said that. Uh-oh. I see. It's all my fault. Mm-hmm. Wait, you trying to stand? How can you hold on to that too? You don't get a medal for either way. Being the dumbest one or being the worst one. Being is tricky. Just give us the loving one here to balance that shit out. It's this one. Taurus, 14. I have. Knowing one is enough. But if there's one, there's infinity. If you, for instance, if anyone, any group on the world said, Chinese people are the problem, black people are the problem, gay people are the problem, people with glasses are the problem, then even if you could go around and round up all the motherfuckers that look like that and kill them all, God's watching and balancing that shit. Somehow, somebody will have a baby, or there'll be one you missed. Because there's no way to eradicate all of one thing. It's impossible. It will arrive somehow as a fucking army inside your goddamn house. You'll turn around and realize that your wife just had a half Chinese baby and she didn't sleep with nobody but you had some like latent Chinese genes. And you were the one that decided that you wanted to kill all the Chinese people. And then you have a Chinese kid born in your house and everybody's like, what are you doing? Yeah, I don't know. It looks bad, don't it? Oh, I put the deck down backwards. I don't want to look anymore. God dang. Oh shit, I pulled up 3. Okay, well, the 3 cards that pulled up. We have Virgo, 18. I analyze. Thinking everything out ahead of time at the same time as I was having to ride the line. There's no time to think in the moment, really. Not more than a second. Okay. But there's no okay. Because you can't, when you're riding the line, there's no two minds. You're casting the other mind. And so you're going to be on the wrong end, the receiving end, the giving end. It's just going to be there as it is. The thing I mixed up. But the second card, but it ended up the third. We got Uranus, Aquarius, number 9, Genius. With 51 is the very last card. I pulled it by accident. Mercury retrograde, reinvention. It's 51 and 9. That's 60. 78, the reverse radical. For those who like math. Because how could you be radical? And, well, if everything's balanced, the radical's the one that pops out because it's too stable. Without the radical, everything's just dead. That's like the ground, how the ground produces. And it begs the sky for water or for an animal to piss there. And then it just grows from itself through chaos. So what's radical about that? Reverse radical? No, the radical is the reverse. But that's the one that's holding on to everything as the one that's cast out. Having to pick everything up by the fact that it was kicked out. But it wasn't kicked out. It was sent on a mission, on an alien mission to save the world. But it's probably never coming back. 2951. these challenging aspects of spirit. I thank you for spending time with me tonight. I'll see you soon.